Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to another powerful episode of Beyond Borders, Voices from Around the World. And of course, I'm your host, Roslyn, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you with us today. And if you were with us the last time during the second episode of the entrepreneurship part of Beyond Borders podcast, we started something super special. We had an incredible session that lit a fire in so many of us. In fact, every time I'm always referring to that session, I talk about some of the lessons I picked. And we talked about finding your purpose, starting small, acting fast, and thinking beyond the borders of your immediate circumstances, right? And the feedback has been overwhelming, even to me as a person. So today we are going deeper. In short, we are moving from the spark of the engine room that we started before, and then from the first step of building a foundation that actually lasts. And that's why I am beyond excited tonight or today to welcome you back to this platform. And I'm also delighted to welcome back to this platform a man who embodies this journey. He's my brother, he's a visionary, and someone who is building structures not just of brick, right, and cement and mortar, but a legacy and of impact. So he's the chairman of Architecture Influencer. If you guessed right, he's an architect with over half a decade of experience, passionate about classical design and breaking conventions, and is the man behind transformative projects from banks to churches, and a thinker who teaches us that wealth is built by the prepared, right? So right now, I want us to give a massive Beyond Borders welcome to um Beyond Borders must welcome to Zephaniah Oladeji. Yeah, yes.
Thank you
Yes,
for having me.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome back again. And today I know that we won't have a lot of some of the issues we had the last time, right?
Yeah, if not for
So
this, my dancing,
yeah. It is
dancing
December. So
tripod.
yeah. But it's fine. We will enjoy ourselves. So, welcome back again, and it's so good to have you, really. And before we actually go into the Jim question, one of the questions and icebreaker I used to ask my guests is this, and I would also like to throw it to you. So, looking back, if the journey is like a book or a movie, what would the title be?
Think I had an experience today that made me understand how short life is. I think I had an experience at the roller coaster, and 1 minute 30 seconds. I was like, wow. So this is how life can be brief and short.
Who sent you
So
job?
I don't know why I was deceived to join them to be
Oh
part
my
of them.
God.
So so in summary, I think if I should just give it a little title, right?
Yeah.
I think I would just say you can become anything that God wants you to become.
Hmm. That's super powerful. And we have not started yet. We have given off punches and highlights. Wow. Why is that in
That's
short? In short.
ah the fact remains that a life that God is at the back of, there's nothing that life cannot become.
Hmm.
And if he's truly connected to God, that's what I would just have it as. I don't know why
Awesome.
this camera is dancing again today.
This stuff
I've
you,
never
you
had
you know you
this.
two you were merry-go-rounding on a roller coaster. So
Maybe it needs to just master We have left the roller coaster. We should come back to to work.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that. There's nothing you can be or that you can actually become everything God wants you to be.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So thank
It's,
you so much for that. And it's super amazing. And then to everyone actually, to our audience watching right now, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, please, if you haven't, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this stream with someone who needs to hear this conversation. This is premium value. I can attest to it, and we want it to spread far and wide. So, now, last time to you, we you took us to the very beginning, the dreams, the pivot from medicine, the struggle, the first time, the first wins, right? And then you left us with that powerful charge to start small, act fast. And so today, I want to pick up right from that conversation where we left it off. For the person who listened to you the last time, got inspired and has now started their small venture, whether it's a business, the person is still in school, because I shared with you that one of the goal of this is even for aspiring international students are saying, oh, I want to even travel abroad and all, we are showing them that there is still a problem that they can start off um, to start solving in their environment and become that problem solver, having that mindset of problem solving. So if they now have started that small venture, but they are in that messy, overwhelming middle, they've taken the first step, but now they are juggling everything. So, from you, what is the first system they must build to stop from burning out? To stop them from burning out.
ah, the truth is that if I get the question very well, uh, at times if one is not disciplined, little success can sweep you off from your track. If you
Mm,
begin to have comfort and you don't delay gratification too early, you
mm,
begin to delay gratification so fast,
yeah.
you just go off the train. And
Mm,
that is why it's always good to put system and structure. I've learned that anything we don't build over time
yeah.
don't last. If you
Mm,
just jump into a thing, uh, in one of the sections in the conference I'm attending, learn that it's good to always have a steady growth. It's not good
mm,
to have something up and come down, come up and come down. So it's always good to take it one at a time and begin to add to it and begin to scale up. But if you
mm.
just want to just come so fast, that's how you go away so fast.
So fast.
So it's just to do it in a steady order.
Interesting. Growth is stage by stage. Like just take it a step at a time, not wanting to jump up just straight like that. Yeah, I love that. I really love and it is so crucial. And now that you mentioned system, we touched on that, and that growth should be um in tiny little steps. Can you make that practical for us? Can you give us one concrete, simple system you built early in architecture influencer that allowed you to scale your impact? So maybe it is for client communication, project delivery, or even your own learning. How have you built system that actually allow for scaling and yes, for growth?
Uh, I don't believe I've built any perfect system, but I believe we are all work in progress.
Sure.
One thing I can say is that men are in sizes. Life is in phases, men are in sizes. You live your size by time. Uh, if you begin to hear stories, success stories of Elon Musk, the Stephen Akintyres, the Chidomere Ndubisi, the Cosmos Maduka, at times you are almost motivated to say, I want to do what they did, it
Mm,
for someone like Dr. Cosmos Maduka, he's been 50 years in business. And
mm,
if you say you just want to do what he has done for 50 years in 2 months, that's just a dream. That's just daydreaming. You are just going to burn out and crash all of a sudden. But one
true.
thing I've understood is that you build part time. So
Mm,
one thing we have done at Architecture Influencer and some other businesses that I'm privileged to oversee is that we try our best to put people to set orders and to set protocols. Like in
mm,
Architecture Influencer now we have different heads of unit. We know if things are going to happen, this is going to be the person responsible for construction, this is going to be the person responsible for media, this is going to be the person responsible for the administrative work. So
mm,
now I'm in Singapore, activities are running, they are paying bills back home. I saw a transaction that was done today. Today is Monday. I've seen this is the first official day since I've traveled. Seen
mm,
them pay some of the people who work with us. I've seen them do agreement like it should be done, and just giving me a copy. I've seen them send memos to me for what they are doing. But if we have not built this over time, I won't be able to even travel outside this long and this far.
yeah,
So
true.
it's always good that whatsoever we are doing, because I must also tell you the fact, because I'm always vulnerable. I love to be,
Mm,
because that is where people will learn lessons. Younger
exactly.
generations will begin to pick it that these guys are not all having it as
Mm,
they used to do it on media.
mm,
There are some businesses that I did not structure, not even architecture influence, and I have other subsidiaries like that that there were no structure in it, and by the time the thing came on me, it was heavy. So it's
mm,
a lesson to learn, because structure has to be in place, system has to be in place. The whole summary of it is that if you build anything big,
mm.
structure or system must come to play.
In
If you
place.
don't have it there, the absence of it is what will crash the business or crash it from even going.
Wow. I love that. The absence of it is what will crash either the person or the whole business itself. That's so profound. And I hope you catch that. And if you do, just type right now in the comment, systems. And then you can also answer and then actually take this as a retrospective question. What system do you need to build in your venture now so you don't crash? Or so you don't crash or even crash that business, right? So let us know in the comments. No, so now I want to ask, scaling often means you can't do it alone. As you've even said, you've gave a pointer to some of my question as well. And at what point did you know that you needed to build a team, right? And what was the very first role you hired for? Was it an assistant, another architect, a marketer? What was that role first for you? And when did you
Uh,
actually know?
at times, it's difficult, but if we
Mm.
don't decide to scale, you'll just see you'll be the managing and damaging director of your business.
Oh God.
So
Oh,
you are managing at one end, you are damaging it at the other end when you
child.
don't have people in place, you don't set system in motion. At the point where we'll be hiring, think I started having people who work with me, ad hoc staff, ad hoc team members, started having people to stay at the site for me. Then, when I saw that what we want to build is way bigger than just the operation, just
Mm,
the site work, we need to have order, we need to have system, we need to have a process of disbursement, we need to start having agreement, we need to start having people who are going to be build and sustaining the brand, making
mm,
awareness,
yeah.
doing a lot of these things. So at the time, I can say there was a period where there was a massive hire.
Mm,
So we just have to bring a lot of people into the team. Right now, I'm still seeing because it's how far you want to go. That's how you draw the end of the catapult.
Mm.
You have to gather momentum. The distance
Yeah.
you want to eat determines
Yes.
how far you stretch it. So right
Yes.
now, I'm still seeing that I need to bring top business player into that business.
Mm.
Now I'm not talking of what is coming to my mind now is how I can bring in uh, some managers of corporate banks to work at Architecture Influencer. So, and
Okay.
it's going to be how to, it's going to be, you are telling them the vision, you are telling them what they are bringing to the table, you are
Yeah.
telling them what they stand to benefit. I am a kind of person that believes that apart from salary and things, you should have other things that will be win-win for team members and people who work
Exactly.
with you.
Exactly.
That's how I think, and it's good that you have is a small part of an elephant than to have the whole part of an ant. So
Sure.
if you have one portion of the elephant, it's way better than the whole part of an ant.
I agree.
So that's why it's good that you see a lot of people having saying, okay, we are going to the global market, we are going to this, we are listing our company, we are doing this. It's a bad mentality. It's an African mentality for people to start saying, okay, I want to own the business, every part of it alone. I want to be the want to do this. At the long run, you will burn out. At the long run, you will not be able to allow the company grow to the level it's supposed to grow. So I've been privileged to work with a lot of people, mentors who are doing it fine and getting it right. I
Hmm.
have people, so those are the people I follow, I look up to in business. And when it comes to business, I don't like putting sentiment into it. I will call a spade a spade. I have mentors who are my business mentors. I have spiritual mentors. I have mentors I can look up to in the area of marriage. So I don't mix those things together.
Hmm.
When you begin to bring all those things together, a sentiment begin to set in. So I don't believe pastors can train me in business. So I believe those who can train me in business are people who have track record in that business. So if I want to know, look for how to be strong spiritually and how to get to heaven, then I listen to my pastors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So those are the understanding I've been able to have so fast in life. Uh, and one thing that's helped me is because of the quality of information. Like I was sharing in one of my live section lately, I said, for me to have in a lifetime the quality of mentors I have around me, it can only be God's benevolence.
Mm.
Having the likes of people like Engineer Chidomere Ndubisi, Pamtech CEO,
Wow.
Dr. Stephen Akintayo, the chairman of GTES, now having contact by the grace of God. We met in in this uh,
Nice.
retreat. Dr. Cosmos Maduka. These are
Interesting.
men of track records and men
Sure.
of great success. So if I have them, I saw a message while we connected now. I saw someone talking to one of my team members, telling him your boss is this. He attended a conference of X amount of money, so he has this amount of money. I was like, so I as a person, I can invest any amount for growth, even if it's my last card.
Hmm.
I've done it time and again.
Time
So
again.
it's not something that I'm new to. It's if I know I'm going to come back with a result better than what I'm paying for, then why not?
What?
Why not go all in?
Oh my God, I love that. I really love that perspective. And it is, you see, someone, someone sending message, so it is just about that money. So you have this money, so you should come and do it in another thing, or what
To
exactly is it? I
even
don't
is
understand.
the person is saying you paid. I think the question is your boss paid $11,000 for this trip. So that's the bone of contention there.
Why is that the bone of contention? I don't know. A lot of people just, and I think that is one of those things, that mentality also slowing people down, right? That I want to have it, I want to have it, want to have it. And a lake that doesn't give out, will never start
Yeah,
thinking at one point or the other.
yeah,
The information that or the level of wisdom that takes you here will not take you there, and that's
exactly.
why you always have to this year alone. This year, I think around July or June, I did the same thing. It was I didn't even know where that money will come from, but I knew that this thing will change my life sincerely, and I went there to invest what I didn't know where. So I had to even opt for payment monthly, and if you pay monthly, it will even be more than you
Yeah,
paying
yeah,
upfront. I did not
yeah.
know where the money for the next month will come from, but I can tell you that my life has changed, and what I've gotten now since then till now is even double of what I paid. So when you invest in yourself, first of all, investing in yourself believe is a belief that I'm greater than this, right? And I'm going
Yeah,
somewhere that is very great. But a lot of
yeah.
people are not just okay. I don't know. But thank you so much for sharing that. Sincerely, it is a mindset that we need to, and even as small business owner, which is looking to really scale it to become big, is to know that you are not self-sufficient, and that is even what we bring about collaboration. Your
Yeah.
point you shared on you bringing in people, you should know that as a person we are limited. That's just one thing. If you have not believed so much in people, and it's also a belief in other people, that you are able to say it's a trust, that you are able to say this is the vision, right? Take it. If not, if you didn't have that trust in other people, you won't be able to live the way you've lived now and be here, and you are still at peace. No. So yeah, thank you so much for saying that. You build the team to protect the vision. So,
Yeah.
and you before our last conversation, you came back also from a conference from Dubai. I remember.
Okay.
Yes. And now you are in Singapore for this one again, and it shows, I just love that mindset of constantly growing, and beyond the inspiration which you got from Dubai, and also I know that there's a lot of inspiration there in Singapore as well. What was one concrete business insight or operational system you saw there in Dubai and also here now, that you immediately said, "Oh, I'm implementing this back home in Nigeria"? Maybe it's just
uh,
something. I know there will be some reflective point like that.
I think when I got back from before I uh traveled to UAE, then I was like I was having void. Like I am not a person that like deceiving myself.
Hmm.
That's my first, the one of the grace I've received. If people are deceiving me, I know on time. So uh I knew we have been over celebrated where we are.
Hmm.
And I was feeling like there has to be more.
Hmm.
So this void was in me. I was going to the office, but as at that time, people were no more seeing me in that office space like before. Because I was feeling like there is something. These people are about to clap me into defeat. Oh. So that was how I was feeling. And I
Hmm.
was talking to God, talking to God. I was just praying. And then I decided to go to Doha. So while I traveled, I was there. I was just seeing how things could be. Like you can be in Nigeria at times, and Nigeria can be so drowning that it will drown your dreams and your goals. It will drown them because
Hmm.
you think you are doing fine. So met people, CEOs, many people that are there, business owner back in Nigeria, people who are doing fine, people who are having it good. Then it was there I connected with my mentor, Engineer Chidomere Ndubisi, and oh man, that man stretched me. I was stretched. Like I had to see, and that's why I tell youth.
Mm.
People ask me, why is it that you have this, you have this, you have that? We had you own this, you had that. You are not proud. You are still humble. You still do. I have mentors in one lifetime who has built conglomerate. It's not an understatement. Who has, so they are not proud. They are living their life. They are still normal. So what do I have that when I enter my head and make me feel I'm top of the world? So traveling, one thing I've seen about exposure is that
Mm.
exposure is needed to do great stuff. If you are not exposed, you can't act beyond what you see.
Mm.
You can't
Mm.
act beyond what you see. So, and that's why our eyes, if anybody is going to be a great leader or a successful person in life, your eyes must be working, your ears must be working, all your sensory organs must be active.
Mm.
So the way I'm going to see things as an entrepreneur is not how every other person will see things. So an entrepreneur is going to be seeing opportunity in the midst of many
Yes.
things people don't see. So and that's why it also why we are building teams, since we are talking about building system and building
Yeah.
structure, building a team. You must know that at least you have two type of people in business. You have people who are technocrats. You have people who are entrepreneur. An
Mm.
entrepreneur will tell you, this. I've just seen. He has a vision. He does not know how the money will come. He will jump into it. A
Mm-hmm.
technocrat is a person who is be out trying to say, let's figure out finance before we go into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you need all these people in your team. You need people who think like a technocrat. You
Mm.
need entrepreneur. But if you are the entrepreneur as the head of the team, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's even fine. But we have people now who are in business and who is not an entrepreneur,
Hmm.
who now want to start learning. And if you are going to learn that phase, you will need to go through 5, 10, 15 years before you can get some of those things.
Chat.
So this is, and I'm not talking of someone who is doing a petty business or someone who is just doing a little. So you need to, all these things are, I don't even know how to break it down into a small level that people can understand right now. But these are things that happen in the world of business. You hear people like I had of recent I came across, I don't know if I should say this. Someone was talking to me about Tony. Tony Elumelu. Ah,
Listening.
this is a call I have to jump on, but I just have to sacrifice.
I'm so
It's a
sorry.
call I've been trying to make to someone far away from years, and it's returning the call. But let's go on. I will attend to that later.
Thank you so much.
Uh, uh, so he was sharing with us that someone like Tony Elumelu has a manager
Hmm.
who is way smarter than him.
Hmm.
But where the difference is that Tony Elumelu can enter rooms that manager cannot enter.
Hmm.
So that is where you now need to combine all this energy in business. But if you are not thinking that way and your own is, oh, I just want to be seen. Like I'm working on a budget for architecture influencer and Juga North Africa for 2026.
Hmm.
And my slide, I'm looking for a way to even remove my pictures. Like
Hmm.
let me try and bring team. Let people, because at times when what you are doing by always trying to allow your own face to show alone is you are killing the business already.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hmm.
if you have big people who are going to do things with you, they are not seeing you as a team. And if you are still using the language
I.
uh
I.
I in business, you are leaving money on the table. I know someone while we were still in school. I don't want to mention the word they use. You say we we XYZ, and he's a one man mopo. Well, he will say we, and the way he will talk about you think he has like 50 people in the team.
Hmm.
So if all these things are street smart, they call it street
It
smart.
is.
It's not.
Yeah,
They are not things you learn in the school. No university will teach you all some of these things we talk about.
very true.
And one thing I've been able to observe and is fact, having the someone like Dr. Cosmos Maduka building a multi-billion-dollar company
Hmm.
as a Nigerian who has only grade elementary three education and is hired PhD holders, hired big managers of bank into his team, own businesses that you may never even hear about in the media that he owns. So it's to tell us that you need another education apart from outside the four walls of the schools
Hmm.
for you to be able to do fine in business.
Yes.
So I begin to ask myself, what are the academic requirements or certifications of people like Aliko Dangote? What
Hmm.
are the academic certification of people like Elon Musk? So most of us are engaging in what we call analysis that leads to paralysis.
Hmm.
We analyze life. Let me have it figured out this way. When I am done, I will add this, I will add this, I will add this. I'm in the process of getting that. Time has gone. You don't have control over that one.
You don't.
So it's good. I don't want to look like a person rubbishing education. Oh my goodness, I value education.
Hmm. That's not the case. Yeah.
I value education. And if I'm not educated, I can't be doing some of the things I'm doing today.
Sure.
There's a place for education, there's a place for skill, there's a place for system and structure.
Hmm.
So if you sacrifice it and you don't do it, it will sacrifice you in future.
Sure. 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 Awesome. I love this, man. And just to react to some of these things that you said, of course, one of those things that you mentioned now, I used to say it like this, that, academics is what you are taught, right? Education is actually what you teach yourself, which is not gotten from books at all. So, and that's why people will say academics is a scam. It's not a scam as well, but
Mm.
education is the higher one, that you now say, oh, how do I apply what has been given to me into all these things? And one of those things that I used to, people that talks about talk against coaches, mentors, and everything. Some of them are men that believe so much in football coaches, right? And they'll be like, yeah, our coach is not doing this one, our coach is this, our coach is that. But to talk them into coaching, life coaching, all this kind of education that is really beyond the classroom, that is not certification, or just this normal and statutory academics, they don't believe in it. If you pay one amount that is ridiculous, they say it is ridiculous and everything. And I'm like, I don't understand you people. Why are you doing like this? But that one is by the way. You mentioned something that is also very close to my heart, which is the fact that exposure actually, you mentioned one thing. I wanted to remind the rhyme you made, that exposure is very good in business, and then it's actually enlighten your perspective or something. You put it one way,
Yeah.
but now,
You,
yeah,
you can't do beyond what you see.
exactly. You said that. You said you can actually act and do beyond what you see, and that is also one of the reason why passionate about that. And I still talk on my platform on, okay, study abroad and the likes. And it's not, it's to also now understand that not everybody is there to study
Mm.
abroad, to stay there, to jackpot in the way people believe it to be. It is for some of us, it is about that change of perspective. It's about that change of atmosphere for us to see how the world is operating and what the world can also be beyond us, right? And then come back to actually much more than replicate, but to bring that mentality again into our own system to actually now change the world. So that is one of those things that I also used to like I believe in. And yeah, what you've shared is actually the beyond borders spirit in action, learning globally, applying locally, and still going beyond borders again.
It's I learned of recent that it's called GLOCAL,
Yes, yeah.
global mindset to run local
Local,
operations, local
exactly.
business.
There's even a course by Erasmus that is called Glocal. It's also global, whatever, local, blah, blah, blah.
And let me chip in this. There's a phrase very powerful. It brought us out to bring us in.
Hmm.
If
It
you
brought
go
us
global,
in.
if
Yeah.
if you go global, you
Mm.
have gone outside. If you go and read from, if you go and study the sequence of
Yeah.
how life has been working and how Nigeria has been working, you see
Hmm.
that most of the people who are leading us are people who have gone outside. Tinubu has gone outside. He was
Mm.
outside. Go and
Yeah.
check the governors, go and check. These people are people who have gone outside, they have stayed outside, seen things outside, and they come. Now, I think maybe the universe supports it that way. I don't have maybe some things, but from observations, from information and things I've gathered, people go out, they go out to come in.
Hmm.
And
I
when they
love
are
where
coming
you
in,
are. Yeah, I love where you take us to, but I don't know whether we can sustain that spirit. But let because I said this same thing in my. By the way, I told you. I don't know whether told you the last time that I was writing a book, but it's still now under publishing. In fact, there's
wow,
a contest about it around the book cover, where
wow,
where there's a cash prize for the best book cover. It is the title
wow.
is the 1% Extraordinary Scholar: How to Find Your
Mm,
Purpose and Get Funded for It.
mm,
So, but in that book, that was one of the mindsets I got on. I think around maybe when I was in 400 level in UI, and I
mm,
just was like, see, everybody that are doing great things, that I know that their name is out there, they traveled out
mm,
of this Nigeria to come back
mm.
and be doing a lot of things. So that was even the reason why I wanted to further that I said, see, if I have to do masters at all, it will never be Nigeria. If I don't leave Nigeria, I will never do masters. That's what was my mindset. And that was why after NYC, I just went to get a job straightforward, working with an international organization for with rural farmers in Ekiti State then. So, but then I now wrote in that book that I don't know whether it's true that they should be the judge of it. So now that you now brought it and say it's an observation from you as well, I was like, okay, maybe that's that is quite interesting, right? That this mindset of going and coming, and that's why we still need to hold on to it. That is not just all about Jackpot. It's also all about a mindset, a perspective you build, a way to see so you can really act. And I love the way you put it. It brings us out so we can come back in, right? Can you repeat it for me?
You say?
Yeah, I said the phrase you used, that it brought us out.
It
So
brought us out to bring us in.
to bring us in, yeah, I really love that. So I don't know. So for everyone listening, do you also agree with that statement that a lot of people doing great things, right, have been also been outside. So let me know what your thoughts on it in the comment section. But just because of our time to move forward, so success is not a straight line, right? And you've spoken about pain converting to power. And I want you to kindly share a specific business failure or major setback you faced after your initial success and the new rule or system you now created because of it. And like, just like, what did that pain teach your business in quote?
Like of recent, I won't confess negative. Of recent, I almost hit rock bottom. I
Chai.
said, okay, I will even say that line of business hit rock bottom.
Hmm.
Like it was a massive, massive one. But the pain, one thing I'm used to that God has helped me to understand about my own pains personally, and which I can teach people lesson. He said I can do a master class on that.
Hmm.
Those seasons are for me to now sit down. What brought me here? How did I get
Hmm.
here?
Hmm.
So how did I fall? How did I get here? What did I not do right?
Hmm.
What were the doors I did not close?
Hmm.
What's the system I need to employ? So, and the best time to think that you think so well is when you are in pain. That's the fact. Pain is actually provided by God to bring the best out of people.
True.
You can't imagine systems that have been put in place from such experience.
Sure.
And from that, it's, especially it's a phase in business where everybody must pass through. You must pass through betrayers. You must pass through loss. You must pass
Hmm.
through. If you don't pass through it, you will face it at one time. That's the truth.
Ha ha.
So you trust people, you'll be betrayed, you lose money, you invest money, you don't see the money. All these things are lessons. But I can't go into the figures because it's something crazy, very crazy. So it's not easy. But the
Yeah.
fact is that when you come out from it, I was discussing with one of the people who traveled together, and I was saying I face and the guy, like, when you are in a circle, when you are in a room where successful people are real entrepreneurs, I say if you can make this amount and you lost it, very soon you'll make it again. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, that's the fact because I'm no more even pained.
Hmm.
I'm no more even pained. And another thing we must also, I wanted to chip in this is that I don't want people to start thinking that everybody will become an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
It's not everyone that will become an entrepreneur. But
Yeah.
everyone must have the entrepreneurial mindset.
Mindset. Exactly.
And they call it intrapreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. See.
Like one of the people I was discussing today, we were almost having a partnership deal. Is a big time consultant, uh, and he was like, "Okay, how can we work together?" Was sharing with me. He told me point blank. He said, "Every one of us, people like us, cannot become an entrepreneur. We can't become businessmen like you."
Mm-hmm.
But we can only become consultants, bring us into stores, work, bring us into. And this is a phase where architecture influencer is going into. I'll have people who consult for us. We want to bring in older generation
Mm-hmm.
because when you bring the strength of the youth
We
to
did.
match up the wisdom of the
Wisdom
adult, you
of
are
the world.
building an explosive force.
Sure.
So when you have all these things in place, my goodness, the world is about to watch something great unfolding.
Mm.
So those are the things I've learned in business, the pains, a lot. I think we've invested. Many people don't know at times I've run some businesses for years that did not make any profit for years.
Mm.
But I was just trying, okay, let's keep building, let's keep building, let's keep building. But now the some of those businesses are now about to start making profit.
Awesome.
So those are the things we learn in pain. One thing I've learned is that you think faster when you are in pain.
Yeah.
You think
You
faster
have to.
because at that period is survivor.
Sure.
And you must look for every possible way to survive. The roller coaster experience today taught me another lesson. Like at some point, I just have to close my eyes and just begin to muster courage. This thing will soon end.
Yeah.
This thing will soon end. And there was some point where I was thinking, I've not done some things, so I've still done some things in life. I've not married, I've not given birth. There are things I just bought that I've not even used.
Oh, good.
So all those things made me understand things will definitely pass. Hard times will pass.
Mm-hmm.
Hard
Mm-hmm.
times will pass. Uncomfortable moments will pass. It's just for a while. So, and entrepreneurs are like, if you are a real-time entrepreneur, the last thing you think about is the first thing you think about is not money. The
Mm.
last thing most entrepreneurs think about is money. Just
Very.
get vision. And when the vision is great, vision will always will always find resources.
It will. That's why we call
So
it provision. It's a provision.
exactly, it's
Yeah.
called that's it.
Yeah.
When
Interesting.
you
I
find the
really love that. That's wisdom that come from the fire, right? From the
vision.
fire of going.
It's true now.
Very true, very true. I really agree with that. And of course, to our audience, if that resonates with you, drop a heart emoji in the comment and let him really know that his vulnerability is helping you, right? You are learning a lot from what he's sharing from the depth of his heart. And this brings us to a profound point you made last time. You talked about building something that outlives you and the place of vision and legacy, right? So, what are you doing today with Architecture Influencer to ensure it thrives even if you are not the daily face of every operation? Of course, you've talked in bits about this thing. And how do someone move from founder dependent to system dependent? That oh, it's about I am the founder, the CEO. And you talked
Uh,
about something that I found very managing director to damaging director.
People can become the managing and damaging director of the
Mm,
organization.
mm,
And this will lead me to say you can't tie your legs and still expect to be running.
indeed.
Not empowering people in your business. It's as if you are tying your legs and you want to run.
Chai.
So, one thing I've been able to learn is that when you have the right team, empower them.
When you have the right team, empower them.
So what you do is that now I tell you the disbursed funds are disbursed, people are being paid, and everything has another. When you give this amount, you retire this amount. There are people who go and check. There are people who monitor the process. There are people you account for everything you do.
Sure.
And I have it, I can show you some proof of where I myself went to procure things for the organization. And I'm posting what I purchased, what I got, and the receipt. I'm posting it where we ought to post.
Mm-hmm.
So that is to tell you that nobody is too big to be checked.
No.
And if you have an organization where there are people that cannot be checked, everybody must be checked. Nobody is immunized against check. Nobody has immunity against being checked. So that's why we have to just architecture influencer. I used to tell them this is a business that will outlive us. It will
Mm-hmm.
outlive every one of us.
Yeah.
So all of us we are first generation builders.
Yes.
We hand over to another generation if God tarries. So
Mm-hmm.
what we are now saying is that if it's going to outlive us, therefore we have to set system in place.
Yeah.
We have to put orderliness. At times it may be difficult for us to
It will be
adjust. While I started some new system, it almost crashed my team. I must tell you.
hard. Hmm.
I almost say, okay, I will refrain from this system. But I was just thinking of the long run.
Hmm.
I was thinking of the long run. said, okay, this is the new system, this is how we want to run. Some people felt it's betrayal, some people felt it's neglect, some people felt it's ingratitude. But at the long run, everybody knows it's for good, it's for
It
the
is for
system.
news. Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Architecture Influencer, I'm seeing it as an organization that will be 10 times bigger than Julius Berger. That's the
Hmm.
vision we've set. So if it's
Awesome.
going to be 10 times bigger than Julius Berger, then how do we run it? How do Julius Berger run their own to become what it is today?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we are going to run that way, that's why I invest heavily in staff training. I saw one of my team members telling I paid for a course. I sent him for a training in millions of naira to get trained. Said, you don't know what I'm doing.
Hmm.
It's for the system too. It's not actually for me alone. It's to grow. If I'm the only one growing, my goodness, it's just as if I'm just creating a problem. Next year, by the grace of God, we have a conference where my management team is going to be attending in Japan.
Awesome.
The whole management team of Architecture Influencer.
Hmm.
So we'll be going to Japan by God's grace next year to attend a conference like this where, because if you have the gap, and this is one of the reasons I've observed some marriages crash.
Hmm.
The husband is growing, the wife is not growing.
Hmm.
The husband now grows to a point where the contribution of the wife will become an interruption to the conversation.
Yeah.
So it's not like someone is above and someone is far. But if you are
Hmm.
going side by side, you are growing, she's growing, you are growing, she's growing, you guys are matching up. And that's how it works in an organization as well. I've
Exactly.
learned that any phase I pass, like if let's say I'm moving from the level of the general manager to the chairman,
Hmm.
there must be someone that comes to fill that place,
Yeah.
not in title alone, in life experience, in wisdom. In so as the face is growing, there must be people coming up higher like that too. That's
Hmm.
what will sustain the business.
Awesome.
But if
Awesome.
you are not, the gap in knowledge is wide. You just be doing them a lot of disservice. Just be
Hmm.
shouting, they won't understand. It's just
Yeah.
like paying a consultant whom you don't understand his language.
Hmm.
What will you learn?
Wow. Wow. This is good, really. And yeah, I really love the dimension you brought into this conversation. And for everyone, you can just what's your key takeaway so far? Type it in the comments, and just write my takeaway is this one, and let's learn from each other. And because of our time, let's just go to the. I have two more questions, right? I will just maybe put them together so you talk to them. So, if you could go back to year two of your journey and institute one policy system, I know we've talked about a lot of that, or habit for long-term health, what will it be? Because some people might be in their year two of their business or something like this. So what do you think will help them? And then the final question will be, we talked about the beyond borders thinking. If that is our compass and which is pointing us to a global vision and impact, then what is the ship? What is the most important vehicle in terms of skill, in terms of assets, that young problem solver should be building right now to navigate the next 5 years successfully? So, for someone in year two, what do you think is most important for them to focus on? And right now, for young problem solver, what are the important skill or assets that they should be building right now for future, to navigate the next 5 years successfully?
Hmm. Uh, for someone in their year two
Hmm.
phase of business, you still need to keep building down.
Hmm.
still be gaining roots.
Hmm.
And always make sure, ask yourself this question, that am I seeing the business having branches?
Hmm.
Like you're having a branch in Lagos, in Ibadan, and the like. If you are not seeing that business as a business that can have branches in different places, you are not building something strong yet.
Hmm.
Except you are just a subsistent entrepreneur. You just want to uh, uh, just take from hand to mouth just to survive and not
Hmm.
do. But if you want to really go time, why go small when you can go big?
Yeah. Go big or go
Mm.
home.
So it's that's just it. Is if you don't go big, you better go back home.
Hmm.
So and I'm challenged by some level of businesses. Length of recent McDonald's has 48,000 branches.
Hmm.
48,000 branches.
Yeah.
Uh, that's a great number.
Very, very great.
So if you are in your second year of business, it's been assumed that in the first 5 years, most small scale businesses crashes within the
Hmm.
first 5 years.
Yeah.
Uh, what are the things to avoid? What are the pitfalls to avoid?
Hmm.
Uh, Delay gratification a lot.
Delay gratification.
Reinvest whatsoever you are getting.
Hmm.
Reinvest it. Reinvest it. See, some of these things that we talk about, that I talk about, are things I've done. You see me getting paid from the days of designing. Just the only source of fund was to design. I
Yeah.
design. Once I design the fund, I'll make sure I do something that will promote the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I'm investing in bags, I'm investing in some things that will just promote the brand. And some people will just think this guy is having it all figured out as at that time. It's just that I'm reinvesting whatsoever I get into the business.
Hmm.
So, and that's why, as an entrepreneur in your second year, you should focus more on getting knowledge.
Hmm.
Get knowledge about the business, understand the nitty gritty,
Yeah.
understand the challenges. See, if you do fine in business,
Hmm.
especially if you are in your early years, go and understand the pitfalls in that business. Go and understand the challenges in that business. What
Yeah.
has made some other business not to scale? What are the common problems? Then come up with informed solution.
Hmm.
Very great solution. And let's see how the universe favors you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but if you are a sleepy baby, uh, some people think maybe at this level, all we just do is to sign memo, to just visit big
Exactly.
people, or just have fun or eat all our life out. Since I've been in Singapore now, I can tell you frankly that I only eat once, and that is even late in the night.
Mm-hmm.
So some people would think it's just for me to sleep. The numbers of hours I slept in since Friday now, I can't even tell you. It's very countable. So once I'm done with this podcast now, I still have some things to jump on,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what's the time here now? This is 4 a.m. here already.
Yeah.
So what's the time to sleep? So as an entrepreneur at that time, you don't sleep at your second year. You must work as if there's no work again.
Hmm.
You must
Hmm.
work as if that's the last. And one thing I should tell you for a fact is a takeaway for you. Build massive relationship in the second year.
Hmm.
Since you have been able to survive the first year, that's an epileptic period.
Hmm.
into the second year, begin to build relationship.
Hmm.
For you, you need to do business to profit.
Yeah.
At our own level, there are some business we do for just relationship because we need them later.
Sure. Yeah.
So there are some business now that I'll just say, okay, let me do this thing just
Hmm.
for relationship. Because I'll need this person maybe in 5 years' time.
Sure.
Maybe. But you as a person, you must not sacrifice all your profit. I
Hmm.
see people doing business who they tell you, okay, like someone doing all this petty, and they are the one that suffer this problem the most. They do this petty business, they dash their friend, the business that you cannot even get. The person comes to greet you from one carton, you give the person biscuits, say your grandchild, give the person biscuit. The next person can you give the one thing I understand is that if you are not going to make profit,
Hmm.
don't give out your cost price.
Hmm.
If you know, sacrifice the profit, but the cost price, let it remain.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the strong disciplines we need to have in business if it will really grow.
Hmm.
And
Interesting.
as Africans, one of the people that kill our business the most is family sentiments. Because you have people visiting you, and see, I have one of my mentors. I will not tell you the particular person. He told me he does not do business with family member at all. Once it's a family member, you can't do business. Just be going, go your lane.
So you don't spoil relationship.
So you don't spoil relationship. There are some people now, the people that give me serious problem the most in some business are people close to me. And you're almost asking, don't you want me to make any? I had a person close to me telling me that if since I've not married, what did I want to use the money for?
Since you've not married, you should not eat.
He said, so if I had married now, he would think that yes, this boy has responsibility
Okay.
to
Oh.
attend to.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
So those are the things we face in business. It's quite funny, but people who are still growing cannot endure such.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you set boundaries from the second year.
You do. You do.
So if you have been able to survive first year in business, congratulations. You want to go into the second year, set boundaries, build relationship, go down, build roots,
Knowledge. Yeah.
get knowledge, look for a mentor at your level.
Hmm.
And now, one funny thing I receive now is that a lot of people message me, I want to mentor you, I want you to mentor me, I want you to mentor me. And I'm asking, by the time I had time to really mentor them, they were not available.
Uh-huh.
I will run mentorship program with no profit, and this is one of I don't call it a weakness,
Hmm.
but it's just I'm a person who loves to give back a
Yeah.
lot. I'll run mentorship program, call people, gather people. I remember days where I'm supposed to travel. Like
Eh.
I'm going, let me say I'm going from uh I say, okay, I'm going from Oyo State and I need to get to Ondo State.
Hmm.
Now I have to cross Osun State.
Yes.
So because I now remember, okay, I have a mentorship program by 8 o'clock, I can actually get to Ondo State that day. But because I remember I don't want to disappoint people who did not pay me
Mm-hmm.
to get mentored, I will now have to stop my journey in Osun State
Mm.
to join the mentorship class that no one will attend.
Sorry. Eh? Oh my God.
So at that level, I had the time. And one funny thing is that at that level, sef, there, I don't have the time. I just have to squeeze
Yeah.
it out.
Mm.
I made a sacrifice in this trip, I said every day. The reason why I'm not on live today is because I'm doing this. These are paid for that.
Fit for that, yeah.
So I said every day I'm going to make sure I do video that will be inspiring and educating. Like I'm sharing secrets. Some
Hmm.
people may not know. If you like, call it bluffing, call it whatsoever, call it pride, arrogance, call it whatsoever. It's your problem. People that are learning from it are learning.
Yes.
So I just made it as a sacrifice that every day as a commitment, I must talk to people. I must talk to my type. I must
Mm-hmm.
talk to my tribe.
Exactly.
Everybody cannot come into my tribe. I have people that are like me
Yeah.
that I can speak to
Mm-hmm.
and that wants to hear and that
Yeah.
will listen. So now people are now saying, okay, I want you to be my mentor. This version of Zephaniah Oladeji cannot do that for everybody again. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So why did I get here and how did I get here is because I am telling people get mentors at your level.
Mm.
So if people now want me to mentor them now, it must be paid for.
Thank you.
So if I'm going to be sacrificing the time, not necessarily because I need that money to survive. Let's
Because
make
you
the
can't even
yeah.
pay for it.
So not because I need the money to survive, but because what you don't pay for, you don't pay attention in it.
Thank you.
So
Where
that
where
those
your
are the
resource, where
lessons.
your treasure is where your heart will be.
Exactly. So now I have people now I'm studying. I have some people on my neck who are my mentors and who wants to be my mentee. And I'm picking one. And the person I'm picking did not know I've picked him. He
Hmm.
may not know. But I'm studying intentionally. What is the type of because by the grace of God, I want to replicate as God helps me. I want to replicate a version of Oladeji Zephaniah in him too,
Hmm.
and that's intentional.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm traveling, he's traveling with me. If I'm doing this, is with me. He's seeing how I'm responding, and that's the best form of mentorship anybody can
Everybody
give you.
can have. Yeah. Can give and
It's
can
not the
have.
mentorship of let's go to the board and telling you five principles of how to succeed in life, seven principles of all these hungry mentors at times, 31 ways of how to make money.
Hmm.
Some of the mentors that want to teach you how to make money, how to make $1 million, and is borrowing money from bank to print the book.
Don't shatter the baby now. Oh my God.
So I those type of mentorship, I don't have the time to be able to answer those type of calls again.
Mm, mm.
At times now, and one truth is that the version of you that wants to do big is waiting for you to take steps.
Yeah.
Now I'm bothered why I see strange number calling me. And there are times when if nobody calls me, I don't feel happy. Now I'm afraid of picking calls.
Of course, because you are jealous of your time as well.
I'm like, I was telling while I was traveling this trip, while my team were bringing me from, I came down straight from Shaki branch Ibadan to attend to some of our works there and we're there to Lagos. I was telling them with my uh, people and the team, I said, I don't even know where people are getting my number from.
They will
I was
find it.
like,
Don't
I
worry.
was asking them again, have you not removed my contact from every social media place handles that people can get it from? Because I'm still wondering why people are still calling me.
Oh God, oh God. Mm.
So at that level now, some people is not will not tell me he's proud. is not picking our course again. We even asking for mentorship. Someone came to my DM and said, "Is that what they taught us in church?"
Emotional blackmail. Nice
Emotional
one.
blackmail. And when I
Wow.
see messages like that, I just laugh and ignore
Yeah. Yeah.
and move away. Yeah,
Mm.
this is the level. This is someone. Where will I start from if I want to mentor this one now?
Abi, where do you want to start from? It's a total rewriting of the mindset.
So I'm granting some people who are very dear to me privilege for mentorship. And that's going to be end of December. Just want to spend my uh there are some period I go solo.
Yeah.
There are some moments. So I want to use those moments to just work on these people. I will call them the chosen one by God. I have observed that these ones they can carry the fire. And you don't just invest your energy everywhere as an entrepreneur. You
You
don't
don't.
just throw things everywhere. So those
Mm.
are the people I'm looking towards. Okay, I want to work on these people as God grants me the grace. So at your level as an entrepreneur in the second year, go for mentors at your level that you can afford.
Yeah. Yeah.
But saying must you collect money? Yes, they must. But
Oh my
pay
God.
at your level.
Hmm.
But if you can't pay, you have to serve your way there.
Hmm.
So if you can't afford the mentorship to for people to pay for it, okay, I this is even good. My team were discussing with me yesterday. Yeah, this I think this time yesterday too. I was telling them about these people I want to do mentorship for.
Yeah.
So they were the price they were even calling the team. I know if they are to bring that price out, it will cause trouble because they are saying, is that now this one now worth your time?
Mhm.
So there are some information that they are just meant for people who really value them. My boss went said he charged $18,000
Hmm.
for mentorship, and people started making noise online.
Hmm.
Started
I saw
calling
it. I was
him,
like,
started doing a lot of things, but people who need it
paid.
will pay
I
for
mean,
it.
yes. If you don't have it, I mean, focus on what just look away.
There's a guy that paid for his mentorship. He's with us in Singapore now, right now. He paid for that mentorship, and let me tell you, he has done in 3 months. He has done figures that are mind blowing because of the mentorship. In fact, he came with the wife. For someone to come with the wife to Singapore, you know what it will cost.
Of course.
He came with the wife, and the wife was telling us that since the part of my mentor crossed with his husband, he has become another person entirely.
Hmm.
Say he thinks luxury, he acts luxury, things has changed. The wife is even proud of the husband. So if people are changing from mentorship because they paid for it, so what's your problem? If you
They
can't
are
afford it,
mediocres.
you
Let
keep
me just
quiet.
say it. As that's
So
exactly what
if
I was
if
saying.
if Zephaniah Oladeji say, okay, I want to, if you want me to get you mentor just for my time, I pay 1 million naira. Okay,
Hmm.
the whole social media will be on fire.
And you are even very, 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 very active on Facebook. So you will see they will take you to pause.
AFCC.
Oh my God. And you see, and I was especially that scenario actually brought out one part. I was like, is it a must you speak? Even if, and these are people that I was saying that they still believe in football coaches, this one coaches, meant blah blah
Yes.
blah. But when it comes to them, mm, once it is this money issue like this, there is always problem. But yeah, the second question, please touch on it and then we close so you can focus on the rest
Okay.
of the stuff. Yeah. So
Okay.
I was saying what's the most important skill, like assets or something a young problem solver should be building right now to navigate the next 5 years successfully. And that would be
What
our
they should
last.
what they should be building. See, if you are not keeping your vision in your eye daily,
Hmm.
you may not be able to last.
Hmm.
Vision is not what you see while sleeping. It's that thing that keeps you awake
Hmm.
while every other person is sleeping.
Yeah.
So you must be close to it part time,
Hmm.
and you must form habits that are useful to your personality.
Hmm.
Now, if I'm going to become a footballer, there are some habits I need that an entrepreneur does not need.
Yeah.
As a professional footballer, there are things I will do that a pastor will never do. I need it as a professional footballer. The
Yes.
habits I will form. And that's why all this, okay, wake up 5 a.m., do this by sleep for 6 hours. It's not everybody is going to work for.
Mm-hmm.
So, my model, what you need to know is that if you succeed as an entrepreneur, you need 5 level of education,
Hmm.
5 types of education.
Hmm.
First, you need to understand spiritual education,
Yeah.
academic education, the education of the marketplace. That's your community, your tribe you
Hmm.
belong to in the industry.
Yeah.
Understand that market. Now, the most important part, that's even number two, is the second one I supposed to tell you after spiritual, is personal education. The
Yeah.
last is financial.
Yeah.
Personal education is understanding yourself, your strengths and weaknesses, your likes and dislikes, your abilities and your weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
You do a SWOT,
Yeah.
your strength, your weakness, the opportunities, the threat.
Yeah.
Then you understand it, and now you now position it to your person.
Mm-hmm.
No, what I do, what I can do is not what every other person can do.
Mm-hmm.
I can not, I may possibly not sleep tonight at all and still be active throughout the conference tomorrow. Still be presenting, doing this, doing that. But there are some people that if they miss 1 hour, their whole day is distorted.
Yeah.
And that type of person must understand that he must not play with his sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I read this answers the question so well. I read from Making It Big, the $10 book.
Yeah.
He said that at a point while he was doing a business, he was into finance. He said his hobby was to sleep.
Hmm.
He said he did it to the point where the daughter, while they were asking the daughter, what is the profession, what is the work of your daddy? He said, my daddy, his work is just to sleep in the sleep.
Wow.
But when it came into the oil and gas, the version of Otedola that will be awake by 1 a.m. to check the harbor, to check
Hmm.
what they are doing, was activated.
Yeah.
So it's what you do that determines you cut your coat
You.
according to your size. But some
Uh,
people say you cut it according to the cloth
your
and you grow
resources.
into it. That's a version.
So.
Some people tell you that you cut it according to to what is available and you wear it that way. I have someone a respected personality and ambassador. He tells me that if it is for you to now use the available resource to just buy something that you just use to wear one part, just for them to know that that cloth is on your body. You have to do. That's another version. Some version will tell you need to cut your cloth so big and grow into it.
Mm.
So it's
Interesting.
what works for you. At this level, for me, it's what works for me. It's not what they tell me.
Awesome.
I have nobody to impress again.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's what works for me, and that will give me the measure of result.
Mm.
So if you have seen many things, you know, when you have seen many things, it's little things that will scare you.
Sure.
So you face your fear, and fear is something that we learn. We are not born with it.
Thank you. No, we aren't.
So we just have to unlearn it.
Mm. It's true. It's
So
true.
as an entrepreneur, what other thing do I think you need to succeed? You have to be dogged,
Mm.
resilient. You have to be consistent.
Consistent.
If okay, a Cosmos Maduka telling a Stephen Akintayo that what you are building now, the reward is not now. With
Mm.
every shout everybody is making online, is too rich, is too this, investigate him, do this. A Cosmos Maduka is telling him that what he's building, he still need to be consistent, is for the future. What is someone like me doing? Not what will make me not to be consistent.
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's a message for us that you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
The universe is going to open for any consistent fellow.
Yeah.
For someone like you, I can recommend read the 10,000 hour rule.
Yeah.
Work you
Mm.
read it.
Yeah.
But you all need to understand that 10,000 hour rule works for someone building something great. If you are
Sure.
building negative, you can't get any result. If you are just doing something that will be thrown in the dustbin, it's not going to give you any result. But if you are building something great, it's going to open up for you. So consistency, I don't play with that.
Mm. Wow.
Anytime I see that I'm not on track, I am threatened. I don't know why. Anytime I see that I am not doing what I do, because I have learned that I need twice the wisdom that brought me to this level. I need
Exactly.
twice the effort that brought me to this level to sustain me. That's even to sustain, is not to take me.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is what I need, then why am I not going to be consistent with it? I must just keep eating, eating. Because the first hit on the rock is not what breaks the stone, it's the
Mm.
consistent.
Consistent.
As you keep breaking, you keep beating it, you keep beating it. That's what will give us the
Wow.
desired kind of results that you
Wow.
understand.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and maybe for the last discussion, let me just talk about the person building a brand. You must be able to say, okay, I'm branding. Do you have
Mm.
any budget for branding? I don't know
Mm.
why. This my stuff has just been typing everything I'm saying. And I'm just saying
It's helping you translate it, transcribe it.
so uh
Branding.
branding,
Yeah.
you have to just invest in branding because branding can help you sell Zobo for a champagne price.
I love it. Wow.
So, and if you don't do it very well, you will sell the champagne for Zobo price.
Sure.
So, all these things are what you need. And for this generation of an entrepreneur, go and learn artificial intelligence.
Mm.
Go and get familiar with ChatGPT.
Mm.
Learn all these things. It will help you.
Sure.
I think been able to try
Awesome.
my best
Man,
to
man, man.
contribute my quota.
Oh my
Uh,
God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you know, one of the lesson that I learned in the session one was the ACT framework you taught me. And I've taught, if you know how many people I've taught, my God, I've written a LinkedIn post on it.
What
In
to
my
apply,
sessions
what
with
to
my
change, what to
students.
teach.
What do you say?
What to apply, what to change,
What you
what to
change,
teach.
what you teach. So I've been teaching it with my student, my coaching community. I teach them. This is it. You can't just listen to something. So, and that's why I want to push it again. That it is now part of me. Whether it is a 15 minute podcast I'm listening to, I'm engaging with a coaching resource, I'm reading an article. So, Rosalind, what are you acting on right now or in the next 24 hours? And what are you changing? And what are you teaching? Who are you teaching? Even if it is for, oh, I came in contact with this thing. This. What am I teaching? And next time I have opportunity, I also put it out. So,
What
thank you
what you
so.
don't teach, you forget.
You forget. You forget. So it's a powerful place to end consistency, branding, and life, and build your first. So thank you, Chairman Sevanaya. I'm so grateful, and this has been an incredible masterclass on building to last, and the insight on systems, teams. Learning from failure, building legacies. They are priceless. They are what you pay heavily for. And then, of course, to our phenomenal audience, you are the reason we do this. So if this added value to you, it is your duty, to pay it forward. Share this video, subscribe to the channel for more conversation like this. And of course, comment your biggest takeaway and what you are acting on right now, what you will change, and then what you teach. So start teaching even in the comment section, right? So thank you so much. And I don't know if you want to share anything about where people can connect with you, what you are doing presently, that people can find you and partner or interact with some of what you are building. You can also just share.
Right now, I think the only place where I can work with young minds is on Zephaniah Oladeji brand. It's a platform where we are just growing young people.
Mm,
My vision now is not just to make money again. I
yeah.
still need to make more, but I have the mandate from God to pass a lot of things on to the younger generation.
Mm,
So if we have people, young minds, they can come on board at any time. Architecture influencer, what we do is construction, real estate activity. You want to buy properties, and one thing I hate in the real estate that is done in Nigeria is the real estate of fish. Now fish they chop to become fat.
mm,
I hate that business model where they tell people come and buy land.
mm,
I don't sell I don't just sell anything. And
mm,
that's the philosophy I'm passing to my team. If it is not value adding, don't do it.
mm,
So they tell people come and buy land, and their great grandchildren will not even get the ROI.
hmm,
And people like that tell you the land is increasing without adding structure. They tell you you bought the land 4 million naira. In a year time, the land is 12 million, and there is no addition. It's just bush.
mm,
And I'm asking now, what made it different? It's not that people are moving closer to the place. It's not that population has moved closer. So all those things are what we do. We teach people the choice of property is going to be something that will add value to you
yeah.
in no time. The greatest joy I've received from real estate transactions we have done is that there has not been any, by the grace of God. We may grow to a point where we may begin to have growth challenge, but it's not a challenge that will mess with our reputation.
Mm, mm, mm,
When we can be having demand more than supply.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be a damage to our name. What we cannot supply will return your money.
Sure.
So, but we now have a problem. We are selling properties, and people are not. No, I don't have that issue. People we are working with at their level. Our track record has always been in 2, 3 years. They're having even less than 2, 3 years. They're having 300%, 500% ROI, and
Mm.
that's been so. And one thing we are doing uniquely in architecture influencer now is that we are not waiting to get project. We are creating project ourselves.
Awesome.
So we are giving project to, we are recommending project that are going to be beneficial to whosoever we recommend it to. And
Yeah.
we are not calling all Dick and Harry into it. No, we are calling people who know who can work together, and we are going to get. It's going to be a win-win for us.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
we are recommending projects to you. It's going to be a lifetime benefit to you, where you are reaping what you yourself may not even imagine you can do.
Mm. Mm.
So we work with people like that, and we are still open to do such whenever we have them. And the other part of business is what we are handling ourselves. Though I have a lot of people calling me since they know I do that type of business now, which I'm not even going to talk about because of the kind of people that are going to be messaging me, and I don't have that kind of time right now. So I've been receiving call for people who maybe they eavesdrop, they got to know I do the business, and calling, how much can we put with you to get this? I said, when is time?
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I don't want someone to give me 1 million and be running after me for what is not even what the 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not actually because some people will call me, sir, I want to put this into the business, and I know such people who are is a trap at times.
Say
Give
not trap.
them the 1 million, they tell you it's no, 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 no. Those are lessons
Awesome.
we are learning from my
Mm.
mentors. They don't get into trap because some phones are just trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
get them.
Awesome. Wow. This is a good way to end this. So thank you so much, my super brother. And until next time, remember everyone, stay bold, stay borderless, think beyond borders and build your ship. So we'll see you in the next episode. So bye, bye, bye for now,
Thank
everyone.
you, man. Thank you
Thank you
so much.
so. Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 everyone, to another powerful episode of Beyond Borders, Voices from Around the World. And of course, I'm your host, Roslyn, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have you back with us today. And if you were with us the last time during the second episode of the entire